Hello! What is this? A new series? Well, that is true, but this is also this Cinder News Network. Let us not forget that. Of course, you have the host, it's Cinderlit, and I got my co-host, Pyro the Cinderace.
Hi everyone.
And we're bringing back Martyn today. Peri / Martyn, how you doing?
Yo, what up, y'all? Doing good.
So the object of today's episode, honestly, I really wasn't able to pick out a topic that was worth actually discussing, but I remember a long time ago on my channel, I was thinking about doing a Journeys review, and while I did get one video ready, it kept getting shot down for legal reasons that most Anipoke, can't say it, Anipoke YouTubers get flagged for the show per incident, but we're gonna cover those, we're gonna cover those sequentially, bit by bit. But for the sake of not getting in trouble, staying on friendly terms, we're just gonna talk about it. We're not gonna show any clips or anything. Share our thoughts, what we thought was good, what we thought was bad. But this time as a group, so really happy to have you guys along for the ride. And why not? And with that, before we jump in, why not we cover some of the international news or the stuff that really I've established this series to be. So first, quick disclaimer, everything I cover, once again, there will be links in the description so you may check them out for yourself. And with that, let's get into the games. First, we have Pokemon Go. The next phase of Season of Light has started with a Steel-type mania this time. So in my game, I'm seeing a lot of Aron, Beldum, and some Drill Burst, surprisingly, even though they're not really a Steel type, unless you count Exadrill, which is the Steel type. Have you guys been playing Pokemon Go and seeing a lot of Steel types in your games?
I haven't played it yet today,
Well,
or
then.
any days lately because I've been kind of busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could say the same here.
But at least free Beldums.
That's true. You can get
Those are kind
yourself
of rare.
you can get yourself a
Kinda.
Metagross with time. That is.
Yeah, it takes a lot of candies.
Mm-hmm. And next we have TCG, the final sets of each series in Japan and America. They have come to a close with the last series. I'm not certain of the Japanese name quite yet, but I know in America it's going to be Lost Origin, or maybe that's the one that's already out. I could be going crazy. No, that's that's definitely not it. But can't remember the name, but I know I will remember after this. So shame on me. Next, there is. Whoop, that is in the wrong category. Yeah, in Unite, Pokemon Unite players. For those who for those who are Glaceon mains, Glaceon is gonna get new Hollow Air, and it looks quite neat. Although
I have not seen it yet.
well, I'm afraid of sending it because of the glitch that I've heard you've been encountering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll see that later.
Yeah, but it do look very nice. Yeah. Maybe I'll put some up on screen if I can remember to do that. I probably have to make myself now. And then last but not least in terms of games, I think this is the most important by far. Pokemon Live is finally getting an update with more beta versions releasing in multiple countries. Not the most progress, but it's something. It means that we're finally getting a little closer to get this game. We've been waiting for way too long.
Wait, what's Pokemon Live again?
It's the new TCGO.
Oh, that. Okay, I forgot.
Yeah, it used to be mainly exclusively for tablets and PC devices, but now this version is going to be very much cross-play on all devices. Super hyped for that. You basically connect your account, you can get all the cards you have from your original TCG game, and you'll be good to go. And I wonder if they'll put it on Switch, because Pokemon, Nintendo, and Switch is portable. Come on, they make sense in my opinion.
Why not? Why not?
Even if it is a 30 FPS rate, I do not care. 60 FPS is just the standard. That's gaming terms, probably jargon. In terms of merchandise, I have never in my life considered exchanging a Switch for a different one, but there is a sword shield's over Scarlet Violet themed OLED Switch coming out, and I'm like, dang it, I kind of want to exchange it, but I'm not going to because white Joy-Cons for the OLED, that is the move. I love my white Joy-Cons. You have any
Wait,
thoughts?
isn't that gonna like delete save data?
No, you can, before you get your Switch exchange, you can transfer all your save data. You just gotta put the consoles near each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really
Good to
easy.
know. Good to know, because that like
Right.
made me worry a little less about that because you already know how protective I am over my data in Sword and Shield. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one reason I really want is because they put Sprigatito on the Joy-Cons in the back of the Switch. I'm like, dang it. International dishes. I'm getting ahead of myself already. International news. Pokemon Cafe, the game. Oh, that's what that's what I thought I was in the wrong category because it's Pokemon Cafe. I'll touch on this really quick. Pokemon Cafe, the game. Dialga and Gardevoir are coming to the game in the form of events. This is, I think, either ongoing or it's upcoming. I don't remember. And then at the actual Pokemon Cafe in Japan, there is another Gengar dish coming out, which makes sense given that Halloween is starting to approach, and Gengar is kind of the mascot for Halloween themed Pokemon things. You know what I mean?
pretty much.
Hmm.
And
What year have we not seen Gengar merch for Halloween?
Yeah.
I can't think of one.
uh maybe
Well, back
maybe
then,
like
of course, but
Yeah.
one of the Halloween themed plushies. Oh, I probably should have covered that as well, honestly. But yeah, there's a bunch of Halloween themed Pokemon plushies coming out as well. I know one of them
I
is
think we already covered that.
you did.
Yeah, we did.
Uh,
That was last episode.
this is getting too complicated. And so yeah, we got that at the Pokemon Cafe, and then in Japan, we have in the Kurashiki Okayama Prefecture, we have a Lucario themed manhole, which for a lot of people it's like, oh my gosh, about time you got to Lucario.
I mean, I appreciate some Lucario attention. Lucario's
Yeah.
a good Pokemon. And I'm
Martyn,
sure Perry can agree.
yeah, Perry's huge
Yeah.
into Lucario, man. In addition,
Lucario's literally my second favorite. I kid you not.
he's a fan favorite, a very safe Pokemon to use in anime or advertising, etc., etc.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Who doesn't like some aura? Really cool.
I know I do.
Yeah.
It's a cool Pokemon.
Yeah. And okay, and then in other news, we're gonna touch on the anime like later episodes a little bit before getting to the the main topic. So I'm pretty sure, like I'm not sure if it's in English as of right now, but Ash is now in the Masters 8 tournament, and he's been making some real progress in the Japanese version, but we won't spoil all the details. We'll let you guys watch it if you are able to. Again, it's all in Japanese, so be sure to look out for a subbed version. Uh, it's crazy, like Ash is like in some form, like you could say, taking on the world, because like
Yeah, really.
this is
Yeah.
trainers from literally all around the Pokemon world. Definitely Journey is like, oh my gosh, most ambitious Pokemon series to date because it's covering all regions with a ton of characters. Can't disagree there, right?
Yeah. Even though it's missing quite a bit of stuff, in my opinion, but we'll get to that later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll get to that sequentially, and then let's get into this series. So, if I had to name it, I am going to call it like probably a bland name, but I've dubbed it Journeys in Review. The title says everything. We're reviewing Pokemon Journeys for the most part.
Yep.
And our first episode, well, it is in the English, I forgot names. It is episode 1, Enter Pikachu. So, basically what happens is what is Pikachu's past. He's being raised alone for the most part, and just one day stumbles across a Kangaskhan family, which honestly leads to some pretty cute moments, right?
It is cute.
There's many adventures between these little guys, like quite literally. And then one day, this Kangaskhan and Pikachu both grow up, and then this Pikachu this Pichu, I should say. What am I saying? This Pichu one day accepts that he does have to one day be on his own. Can't be with his quote unquote parents forever, and that's kind of realistic to a degree because, like for us, like we know that one day we have to live off on our own, and that's just life. We have to quote unquote evolve on our own. Like, wouldn't you agree that like
Yes.
like it kind of is realistic to a
guess.
degree?
Yeah.
But during this episode, we're given the quick past of Ash and newcomers Go and Koharu. Koharu is the Japanese name. What is with me? It's Chloe, right? Chloe.
It's flowy.
Chloe, right? Oh my gosh, I got Japanese on the brain too much lately. Yeah, so we're given the past. Ash is signing up for Professor Oak's Pokemon camp, and true to fashion, he wakes up late.
I guess
And
that just Ash. That's his thing. He just wakes up late.
yeah,
Pretty relatable, honestly.
Yeah.
and he always throws that darn alarm clock. He should probably put that farther away from his desk and maybe on the maybe on a dresser.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be able to reach it then. Does it every single time.
This poor Pidgey alarm clock has been through so much.
Wonder how many times Delia, Ash's mom, has had to buy a new one, aside from those 2 occasions, one at the start of like the entire series, and then this journey's. There's no way it hasn't been just those 2 occasions. And then what we have on the area for Go and Chloe, I almost said Koharu again. Go is hyped up about the Pokemon camp because, well, he's just like super excited about Pokemon, and Chloe's like, I'm just kind of here for the ride because Go has a hard time making friends.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Indeed.
seem to care very much, though. At least in
No.
that episode.
Well, yeah, I mean, kids like young kids especially, they're pretty carefree.
Yeah, honestly, I wish I could go back to those days, but that's not the topic of this video. So
Oh, to be young
Yeah.
again. Oh, to be young
Don't
again.
we
To be young again. That classic phrase. And true to fashion, little kids, like, they get lost and go down the wrong road. And eventually they Go and Chloe see Mew battling what is it, a Rhydon? I want to say it's a Rhydon. I completely forgot.
I know what it is. Hold on. Sorry, I know what that is. I just cannot remember the name.
It's like
Nidoking.
Nidoking. Okay, that's probably no reasoning. Yeah, had a Nidoking, and they Go sees Mew transform into multiple. And he doesn't transform anything. Mew does transform occasionally. Go does see that, and then but it also sees Mew
Yeah.
copying moves, which true to fashion, Mew can learn every single move. Like in a competitive scene, it's kind of broken. Even
Yes.
if you,
I really want to see Mew use Pyro Ball.
oh my god, yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Wonder
how that worked?
Wonder how
Yeah.
Mew would use Aura Sphere if it even could.
Yeah,
Probably
well,
same.
it can learn every move, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably means it has Lucario's aura as well to a degree.
I mean, it is a psychic type. So I just assume that.
yeah.
True. And then Go and
By the way, just a side note.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
It's
you're
actually
good.
kind of funny.
Yeah.
Jokes on Go. I already have a Mew.
Ah.
So
Too slow, Go. You're too slow.
yeah, he'd be jealous.
That's good.
Yeah.
Event. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, then Go and Chloe start chasing this Mew, and they get even more lost. And they eventually wind up at the river where they see the baby Kangaskhan falling from the cliff in that one scene. And Mew actually saves that little Kangaskhan. Little does Go and Chloe know they already met Ash's Pikachu. I just don't remember it, I guess. Because who would remember
Yeah.
Pichu becoming a Pikachu randomly? I don't know. that's pretty much where the episode leaves off. It's just
Yeah.
setting the foundation for the series. What were your guys' thoughts? Both good and bad.
I don't think I had much on positive stuff to say, really. It's just the beginning episode. It's quite
Yeah.
a few callbacks, which is nice. But there's one thing I want to mention that was a nice detail. So Pichu is a friendship evolution, and that's why he evolved randomly after that. Because he made a friend.
Yeah. That makes sense, actually.
See? That's a
Mm.
cool little thing they added there.
Yeah, I like that little attention to detail right there.
I would know because that's a gameplay mechanic I quite like, actually. No one else seems to care about the friendship mechanic, but I do, so I recognize that right away.
Actually, a good thing to point out. Because, like, sure, Pokemon have their moments where they just evolve just from, like, I don't know, from, like, motivation or just realizing you're growing up, but, like, that actually makes sense, and I really do appreciate that. And you actually do see Pichu's excitement become, well, Pikachu's excitement. And it's like, it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing.
Yeah. Very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, in terms of good things, I do have a lot of good things to say because it's like, I think in these first episodes, like Go actually stands out as a unique character because it's not just him and his personality. It's also just like his voice actor, like very unique very unique personality.
Yeah, you know that you think about it? I mean, you mentioned it. That's a good point.
Yeah.
He did definitely stand out quite a bit.
And Chloe's just more of a side character in this first episode, to be honest.
She was just kind of there.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, she was just there for along the ride anyways, so yeah.
It didn't really set up her arc, which is like will be found in like the later episodes. But you just threw that opportunity away because like when you introduce new characters, you need to establish who they are. Chloe was just completely filler. Nothing really significant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna agree with you on that one.
Mm-hmm. Anything
On my end.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, on my end of things, again, I don't think I can say much other than it's the first two episodes. It's just laying the foundation for what we'd expect in the future.
Mm-hmm.
For the positives, I really like how the two episodes are intertwined with each other, just from different perspective. One being obviously from Pichu and the Kangaskhan, while the
It was
others,
the same episode.
yeah, it was. I love that. I love that.
No, it
And
actually was the same episode.
Wait, what?
Yeah, sorry to burst your bubble. It actually was the same episode.
Wait, I'm dumb. Hold on.
No, it's okay. That's understandable mistake.
I mean, like, yeah, but like, I love how I love the little attention to detail though, coming from different perspectives. I just like that when stories do that.
Yeah, so do I.
Right. Now moving on to episode 2. We're gonna cover like 5 episodes today, depending on how much time we have. But our plan is 5 today. If not, we will cover the rest in the remainder of the next episode and move on to the later ones after that. But again, this is all pretty much the time we're allotted. Nothing else outside of that, but I think we'll probably make it today. It wasn't too bad for first one.
Yeah. Can't wait until we review episode 48.
That is a long time from now.
Definitely a long time, but still, I'm excited for that.
Probably like episode 10 of Journeys in Review. We'll see.
Yeah. We're all just gonna absolutely nerd out at that episode.
We're gonna have a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
even the episode before it, I have some positive things about.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, episode 2, let's get back on track, shall we? Episode name, we're just going to cover English version. I'm not going to cover Japanese version. Legend, go. Friends, go. That is not the question. That is the episode title. So, now we're back in present day. Ash wakes up after Pikachu shocks him. True to fashion. He's like, Ash, you need a wake-up call? Oh, yeah, Pikachu, shock him for me, please. Easy wake-up. It's a common joke throughout literally the entirety of Pokemon anime. It's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
Ash is being a bit dumb. Let's have Pikachu shock him.
Yeah, honestly, this episode has some pretty funny moments in it.
It
Like with
does
the Emperor,
Yeah.
shocking Ash, and then he's
right
kind of just
away.
laying there all charred, and then when Chloe walks up the stairs, she sees him like that on the floor, and she kind of walks past him like nothing happened.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, who wouldn't be disturbed if they saw that?
Yeah, it is weird. Hey, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. So yeah, Ash wakes
It
up.
was funny though.
It was
Yeah.
funny. Ash wakes up. He gets a rude awakening. Rushes to Professor Oak's lab because Professor Oak has an invitation to Ash to a grand opening in Vermilion City, where this new Professor Cerise, another tree name, is opening a new research facility. It's in Vermilion City, the port city. And it goes pretty smoothly. It starts up pretty smoothly, and then all of a sudden they get an alert that a weather formation that signals the coming of a legendary Pokemon is coming. And Ash is he's like what 12 years old in this series, currently 12 years old in the series. He's like just true to kid fashion. It's like, yes, I want to see it, and just rushes to the port town of Vermilion City. And during that process, he runs into a Snorlax, which. True to Kanto fashion, yeah, that makes sense because the Snorlax is blocking the road.
Yep.
Surprised Ash doesn't carry a Pokeflute after all of those years. Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, dude.
That would have really helped. In the meanwhile, Go is at this abandoned building, also awaiting the coming of Lugia. Oh wait, I'm getting ahead of myself actually. So yeah, as Ash is entering the building, that's where the whole thing we mentioned of like, him getting shocked by a Yamper, and then Koharu, I did it again. Chloe just walks by and is like, what is this weirdo? Yeah.
That gave me a good laugh.
That is a good
Yeah.
laugh because like Pika, oh my gosh, Yamper shocks him. Ash is all basically burnt. And hope he got some burn heal or some paralyzed heal. Anyways, I am jumbled up today. I've had a long day. Yeah, cut to Go. Abandoned building is waiting for the weather formation. 3, 2, 1, go. Wait, what's going on? Uh-oh, there's a Psyduck behind him. What? What's
Yeah,
with
the Psyduck was funny.
what? What's with you? Come on, that is peak voice acting for Pokemon. Like not just like standard tone, it's just like it's like, oh come on. Adding
That was
emotion.
funny.
Yeah, add emotion to this character. That's good. Like just some
Yeah.
helps that helps him stand out even more. But Go is a main antagonist, so for the most part he was gonna stand out to some degree with whether he had a unique voice acting or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, the formation appears. Lugia appears, which he kind of felt a little bit weird to me at first. Like, wow, we're just throwing in a legendary this early into the series, like just randomly. Like, that was kind of jarring in a way. So I'm like, well, why didn't it would have made more sense if they used Zapdos and not Lugia. Like
True.
Lugia,
But they couldn't really hold on to Zapdos, could they?
yeah, but that's fixed later on. But we'll be way ahead if we talk about that now.
Yeah.
But Lugia does make sense because like wind formations, all that stuff. Well, Lugia is like it is a flying type, so yeah, fine. And a raid battle ensues, which yes, raid battles are a thing. We learned that after Pokemon Go, but I guess they took a little bit long while to introduce that to the series. No, you're good. No problems with that. It's just an interesting gimmick that you put that in now and not later. I digress. So yeah, these 4 random trainers, they throw out their Pokemon and start a battle, and then Ash is just there. He's just there. He's like, hey Lugia, let's have a battle. I'm like, you're just there. Like, you didn't join these trainers. Now these trainers are now obsolete. Because like once they go off screen, once it focuses to Ash, the trainers they're just gone. Like, what was that?
Yeah.
Why are they just like disappear?
Even though I did recognize one of the trainers from another episode.
Really?
It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm not kidding. The one that
Really?
had the Jolteon. I'm not kidding. The one that had the Jolteon was in that Eevee episode where Chloe got Eevee. I'm not kidding.
That's way down the
I'm
line,
not
though,
joking.
is it?
It's so weird that they did that.
Yeah, I guess trying to keep
Odd.
some. Well, yeah. Getting way ahead of ourselves there. Yeah,
Yeah.
but don't worry about it. It's just we've seen it, so it's like it's kind of hard not to even like just like it's like a little nudge toward it, but like
Yeah.
it's so good.
Though I'm sure most people who watch these videos have seen it too.
Yeah, like
I'm sure.
oh yeah, for sure. But no problems, no problems. Just like make the reference. Everyone loves the reference. See, then Ash starts a battle with Lugia, and yeah, he starts out with, he's got no Pokemon. His team is reset again, even though he could probably just grab Pokemon from Professor Oak at any time. But yeah, that's never been a thing for the anime. He always just does a complete reset. So he has a battle with Lugia for a little while, and then Lugia starts to like run away, and Ash is like, "Wait, come back!" And Go apparently is also, Go is also chasing Lugia at the exact same time. So then, just randomly, they decide to jump on Lugia, which is
Could be dangerous.
that is
Yeah.
that is extremely dangerous. So I'm like, well, these are 12-year-olds. They'll probably do anything. And
Yeah.
it does give us some pretty neat moments here because it actually shows off the animation. You get to see like a bunch of just like flying Pokemon, some of the like the art style of an ocean or just like the clouds. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's eye candy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially that underwater scene.
That was really good.
I actually do want to talk about that because like I have compared the English Japanese version before. Both in English Japanese, like that you hear like a little thing from Lugia. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
We're later told in the episode that Lugia directly said like, "Here we go." But with the close ear I use to compare the versions, it's exactly the same. Yeah, the joke close ear that I just throw it out of the water. He says the exact same thing, but it's in Japanese, which is "ikuzo," which is "let's go," but in a very casual tone, which I'm like, yeah, that's not surprising for anime. Just a thing I thought I'd point out. No, I don't. I wouldn't think so. Anyway, yeah, the underwater scene. I'm surprised they hold their breath for as long as they do.
Yeah, seriously though.
I can't even hold my breath for a minute.
It's like, did Lugia expect like them to actually do that, or
Probably
was
considering-
like, or is Lugia trying to drown them or something? I don't know. Definitely
No
not.
idea.
Definitely not. I'm just saying though.
Right.
Yeah.
Then after that, Ash and Go end up in a field in literally the middle of nowhere, but it is a very nice field. Also eye candy. Lots of flowers, lots of wild Pokemon, lots of little cute moments. Then they get back to the lab. Ash and Go are tired, just very tired. Chloe walks up. Chloe walks up to them. She's like, "What are you doing on the ground?" Like, Chloe has some personality in this second episode because it's a little. She's like a little bit snarky, which is
Yeah.
it's a little. It is a little detail that I like personally. And yeah, Yamper's all just crazy smiling. Like you almost never see Yamper just like not panting or just like being a happy Yamper. He's really
Aw,
he really
cute.
he is a cute Pokemon. I will not deny that. The little corgi Yamper. That
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, actually Yamper is based off a Japanese I want to say it's a Japanese breed of dog, but it's based off a corgi. It's just like if you look at Yamper, you pretty much have an idea of what a corgi looks like.
Yeah.
Very cute dogs, though. Very cute.
Very cute dog with stubby legs.
Yeah.
Very
That's
stubby
basically it.
leg. Like a short version of those. Like this is a literal name. This is called. You ever heard of those like wiener dogs? That breed.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about.
That's an
I knew
actual
you were gonna
name.
say it before you said it.
She can read minds. She's psychic. Oh no. Secretly,
Oh
Pyro.
gosh, oh no.
Secretly, Pyro is a psychic type Cinderace.
Oh my gosh, Pyro is a psychic type confirmed. If he were a second type, he'd be fairy type. He's not though.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, fairy Pokemon do have
Because
some
of like
psychic
the
type
friendship
qualities.
evolution and stuff. That's why he'd be fairy type if he were second type. If he did have a second type, but he does not have a second type. He's just a Cinderace.
Right. So yeah. Let's get back on track here. Let me look at my script. Oh, here it is. So yeah, they get up and goes like, oh, I'm just looking for Professor Cerise, and like Chloe's like, oh yeah, Dad. Well, he's in the building, and goes like, oh, Professor Cerise, just blasts off. I'm like, holy cow! I guess you're really excited. And Ash is like, just very kind of casual about it. It's like, we rode on the back of Lugia. Like, just a little bit casual, like just how it was addressed, but like. Then you get to see with Professor Cerise. He's like, oh my gosh, wait, you rode on the back of Lugia and you got pictures? I mean, that's how.
They're casual about this.
Yeah, they are.
Nothing.
Cerise is like a little bit excited about it, but like the boys are like a little bit casual. A little bit casual.
Yeah, not him. I was talking about the boys.
Right. Yeah, yeah, true. Very, very casual. So I'm like, kind of just a bit different. That's a nitpick though. Like it's not really something we can expect them to like always do. It's just a nitpick.
Yeah.
It's just a little nitpick. Yeah, and then after that, Professor Cerise is like, how about you two become research fellows for me? Which is basically assistants that actually go out in the field to do Pokemon research. And like in itself, that's a pretty neat concept. I kind of wish they would do that for a Pokemon game. Actually, now to think about it, they kind of did that.
Yeah, actually.
Legends Arceus, they kind of did that.
Yeah, kind of did. But that sounds like a concept I'd love for a game.
Yeah, not for a main, like just a spin-off.
Yeah, not a main game, just against a fun spin-off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would totally love to go research Pokemon. As long as they're doing cute things, I'd love to watch that.
Pokemon.
Kind of like Pokemon Snap, but you can actually move around and do stuff.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, okay then. Yes, I really am.
Yeah. Now you have to add it to your lore.
No, I don't want to do that, but that's pretty funny. It'll be an inside joke.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Anyways, thoughts, good and bad, go.
Okay. Again, I have nothing positive to say about this episode, actually. I was trying to think of something I could say, but not really. It's really just had a lot of fun moments, especially a lot of funny ones, like with the Emperor, with the Psyduck, and all that other stuff.
This Psyduck is like probably, in my opinion, the best one. Because like you got like the anime weird drawing face, like that's typical for anime, and then goes just like super cracked up voice. What?
And it's like it's so random it is. It's how random it is too. Just dots appearing in the sky because of Psyduck.
Fly. Sorry.
And he's like, "What? What am I doing wrong?" That's a Psyduck, I imagine he's saying.
Secretly I'm voice actor. No.
No.
No, I'm not a voice actor. A bad one. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
And I think the animation was really good in this episode, especially in this episode. And I don't really have anything positive to say about this one. There will be positive opinions soon, but not for these two first episodes. They're good.
Right. Martyn.
Alright. So, before this episode, I'm going to be honest here, I had no personal investment into Chloe as a character because I felt like she'd be that one-sided character that's tossed aside for later. Let's say this episode beat my expectations, and I'm actually interested now.
Yeah.
Aside from that one Psyduck, Yamper was probably the best character in this episode.
Yamper is most definitely going to be a fan favorite for a long time because it is reminiscent of the Toby Fox dog, if you haven't seen that.
I have, but yeah. And I've trained a Yamper as well, my game, which is now Sparky, which anyone who knows my channel will know who exactly who I'm talking about.
It'd be a Boltund.
So, yeah. Sparky is my Boltund.
wait, I still have more.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Alright. I'm gonna agree. I'm also gonna agree with you about the fact that they threw Lugia in the second episode. That was it felt kind of abrupt, but I'll give
Yeah, it
it
was
a
jarring.
pass because we got a lot of pretty beautiful scenes out of it. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's solid. This is a solid episode.
Right. If you had to rate the first 2 episodes out of 10, what would you give it? We should add that. Add that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give a first episode a 7, and this one's 8.
8. Okay. Pyro.
I was gonna say the same thing.
So there you go. First
You guys are
one.
both on
Pyro's-
board about this.
Pyro's a psychic. You called it.
Third time.
Seriously
First-
though.
First,
What the heck?
first it was your thoughts, now mine.
Yeah. For me, first one I would say probably like also a 7, but 2 I would also say 7 because like the whole jarring stuff with Lugia. But that's me. That's just me. Sorry to be the odd man out,
It
but that's just
personally
me.
didn't bother me.
Yeah, it's all right. We all have the right to be biased.
Yeah, that bias will come into play. We're very like there down the line.
Yep.
Very soon.
Yep.
Or will it? I don't know. Hey, right, episode 3. So we get on track, brain. Episode 3, Ivysaur's Mysterious Tower. So this is the first episode where we get to see Ash and Go really bond as the main protagonist of this series. So the thing is that apparently there's this like huge wave of Ivysaur just coming down to do some annual thing at a super old gym building to evolve. I'm like, okay. I mean, all like even creatures on Earth like have their own thing. Like the monarch butterflies fly super far just to have like just for the sake of it and like making offspring. Kind of neat actually. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a neat thing because they fly super far. Or like birds with migration because of like the weather conditions. Like it makes sense that you have Pokemon do some like actual real life type things. Would you not agree that it's kind of good to have these like little actual things happen from time to time?
Yeah, I do agree with
Yeah,
you
it's a
on that
nice.
one.
Yeah, it's a nice nod. It's a nice nod.
Mm-hmm. Right, it's just a bunch of Ivysaur. I think there was a lot of Bulbasaur too because it's like just like a whole
Yeah.
evolving session. But like throughout the episode, like it's for the most part filler and establishing Go and Ash as like a duo, like lots of fighting because if you don't know people well, you're yeah, you're gonna have some disagreements at first. And that's natural.
Yeah.
That is natural. So it was good to set the ground for who these two characters really are. And then during the episode, we get our introduction to, you guessed it, the main antagonist, Team Rocket. Giovanni does his little speech to the famous Jesse James Meowth and now Wobbuffet. It was in for it. X, Y, and Sun too. I digress. Yeah, he does the thing. I really wish we could see more out of Giovanni because like this is not really a spoiler. Like Journeys, they really missed it with Giovanni. They do stuff with the other characters down the line, but just Giovanni's just like one episode done. Can we please put Scarlet Violet, if you are able to, please make Giovanni a bit more central. Because as we know, Team Star is just like a ragtag bunch of students, rebellious students. Like, okay, this is your chance to really utilize Team Rocket and make something cool with Giovanni. You could do something like you did in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon with Rainbow Team Rocket, please. Oh, do something like that. I need something like that desperately. I need to see more of Giovanni. And sorry for going on a rant. Yes. So when all the Venusaur and Bulbasaur start to evolve, Team Rocket gets in the way and it reveals the new gimmick of this series, which is instead of Team Rocket catching Pokemon and calling it a day, just using those two for the entire series, they have this gacha machine, which I hear has been a point of controversy. Like, do you think it's like a cool thing, bad thing, maybe a controversial thing?
I personally don't mind it. it does. There's a positive to it, in my opinion, that we do get a chance to see every Pokemon, or almost every Pokemon, at least get some kind of episode, whether that's Sea Rocket,
Mm-hmm.
which is the topic of this, like with their Gotham Machine or other stuff. It does give Pokemon a chance to appear in this show,
It does.
and that's a positive. I don't have any I don't like it that much. I don't hate it that much. I'm just kind of in between with it. I don't mind it. It's just kind of there.
Martyn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pyro on this one. I don't really like it, but I don't really hate it as well. I can understand why it might be controversial because, well, some of it just feels lazy. Sometimes that's what
It
I
is.
think. Yeah,
It's a little lazy.
but like, yeah, it's there. I don't really, being completely honest, I don't think I care much.
No. Me, it's just like, I mean, it's cool for what it is. If you brought it back that in a way that makes sense, I'd be a bigger fan of it. Like, I'm personally not opposed to the idea of a gacha machine where they throw out all of Team Rocket's strongest Pokemon because, well, come on, we need, like, again, I just want to see more of like what Team Rocket can do. Like, I can say without a doubt that Team Rocket is my favorite antagonist team. Like, you can't go wrong with them.
Agreed.
The staple can't let go of the staples. See, Team Rocket gets these two Pokemon, and it's a 2v1 because he is not a Pokemon trainer because he's set on catching Mew. Like, for the most, I think it's been established at this point that Go is trying to catch Mew as his only first Pokemon. Well, that was actually in the only it's in the first episode. I am stupid. Yeah. So where's my script? I keep clicking off my script. Awkward silence is like, this is really bad for podcasting. Yeah. So Ash takes on 2v1 and is victorious, which means that we all know that Pikachu is still a powerhouse. How is Pikachu not level 100?
Who's surprised?
There's no way he's still level 100. I know there's no possible way in the games that have your Pokemon go over level 100, but something's up with Ash's Pikachu. That's all I'm just gonna say.
This thing is overpowered.
Pikachu is the hot take. Pikachu is the biggest mystery in the Pokemon anime. No lore, no characters, this one Pikachu. It's all this character. So yeah, Team Rocket blasting off again. Oh my gosh, Starblink. And yeah, they saved Venusaur, Ivysaur evolve. Ivysaur become Venusaur, the Bulbasaur become Ivysaur, call it a day. And yeah, it's established at that point that yeah, Go and Ash are gonna be bros for the most part. Okay, thoughts, go.
I have mixed feelings about this episode.
Oh?
I think that the bonding moments with Ash and Go were good, and I think that the whole like Bulbasaur, Ivysaur thing was cool. But also, this episode for some reason felt like it came out of nowhere to me.
Right.
I don't know. It almost felt like some kind of filler episode, in my opinion.
It technically is a filler episode because it's trying to establish who these characters are.
Yeah, which is true. But still, it felt kind of odd. And it also, what else? I had something in my head that I thought of before I started talking, but I forgot what it was. Dang it.
Not alone. Oh.
I don't know. It just didn't feel like it added too much.
Yep. There is two parts that I accidentally left out. We got our introduction to Mr. Mime, which is he's a character in this series. Because Delia, Ash's mom, she intentionally leaves Mr. Mime behind to look after Ash. Like, yeah, makes sense. Have some figure look after him. But then, yeah, we like, especially like during the breakfast scene. I want to say it was breakfast scene. Yeah, Mime just like, you can like hear the silverware, but it's like nothing's there. It's like, okay, true to fashion, the Mime. Like, I mean,
and then he played a prank on Go. He put like a fake drink.
Yes.
He mimed the drink on the table, and then Go tried to pick it up, but it didn't even exist.
Yeah.
So he's like, huh?
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
yeah,
That moment when your brain runs on autopilot.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Actually, that makes sense. Oh man, I mean, Mime is kind of more or less a comic relief character.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
exactly what he is.
Mm-hmm. And then we also get introduced to the character. I think his English name is Ren. I honestly don't watch English anime much. He's the guy obsessed with Magnemite, and like his Magnemite's nickname, I think literally is Francois. It could be wrong. Like that's an interesting name to give a Pokemon. That's an it.
Yeah.
It sounds like forgive me on this. It's to me it sounds like a little French, like in pronunciation.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you.
Like I'm studying languages as of right now, and sounds very French, like Francois. Like I mean, maybe because that's the France that has like a France syllable in it, but in my opinion, it still kind of sounds a little bit that way. I don't know what that name means. If you do, let me know in the comments. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts because I kind of want to know the meaning behind that nickname. And yeah, and sorry to cut you off, but Martyn, your thoughts?
It's alright. I'm gonna be honest here. When I first watched this episode, it was kind of hard to keep myself actually interested because it felt super lackluster.
Yep.
Mhm.
I did like the bonding that Go and Ash went through, and the introduction to Team Rocket was just pretty cool. Pretty cool. It was it was a nice break from all the inaction.
Yeah, Rocket intros, they always go hard, man. They're always so good because they're like, this is like, we get hype for Giovanni because we don't see him often.
hmm He's such a mysterious character, and
Who is
I feel like he hasn't been done enough justice in the anime yet.
he? Mm-hmm.
But
So
yeah,
I do like how mischievous. What does that have to do with anything? Oops.
Mischievous.
Mysterious. There you go.
Mysterious, that's the
They
word.
make him.
Mhm.
They make him like. They make him seem because we don't see much of him, which kind of adds to that, I guess, impression.
Like, this is all
yeah,
we know. He's sitting on Team Rocket's throne behind a white screen with a Persian on his lap that Meowth is desperately wanting. I,
He wants to be. He wants to be the version.
he, he wants to be top cat. Makes sense. I mean, what henchman doesn't want to be on the top of like literally any business
Yeah.
or any employee, I should say.
He's jealous. That's why he's jealous.
yeah.
Ha ha ha! Jealous kitty. Yeah. And rating. What's the rating?
6 out of 10.
Okay.
6 out of 10.
Ditto. It's a unanimous 6, folks. If you want to leave your own thoughts in the comments for each episode, feel free and just give your rating. Love to read those. If I, yeah, wonder how much. I'm just gonna put a pin in that. And let's get to episode 4. This is where the action is gonna ramp up for all of us. It's
Yeah.
no question. Episode 4 is
Here we go.
settling the score bunny. So it starts out interesting, like, Ash and Go, a typical morning, and Ash is brushing his teeth weird. And Pikachu gets on and goes like, "What are you doing, you weirdo?" I love early Go so much. It's so much more serious.
Yeah.
Like, I want a more serious character in the anime, like someone who's like a bit more realistic.
Yeah. Instead of Ash walking up to seeing some random food and flipping out, like it's the most important thing in the world. 'Cause that's how he acts. It's too silly
And Go,
for my liking at times.
I mean, Go does that at times throughout this series, but for the most part, it's just like, yeah, it's just food.
Yeah, it's like there's no need to flip out like that, like Ash's.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he just Go's reaction is like, "Holy cow, you're weirdo." And Ash just gets like all dizzy from doing it, which yeah, makes sense. Because he's just literally thrusting his head around. I'm like, that's not good for your brain. it might hit the skull.
Yeah, that's definitely not good.
No. If I did that, I would probably get a concussion just from swinging my head. Which, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, I'm not doing that. None of y'all should do it.
Yeah.
It's anime, so you can just joke around with it. Well, cartoon, I should say, for the most part.
Yeah.
Just joke around with
I
it.
mean, like, got a Pokeball straight to the face, and he's fine. But seriously, remember that in that episode, which we'll talk about some other time, where, like, his face is, like, literally flattened by it? Like, jeez. Jeez.
I'll have
Do you
to.
remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Which one was that?
It was
it
the one
5?
where, like, Go was catching a bunch of Pokemon in Kanto.
No.
And when he was trying to catch a Scyther, but then the Scyther, like, kind of kicked the Pokeball, not kicked it, like, he kind of batted the Pokeball away and hit Go in the face.
Okay, I think I remember. I think I'll have to remind myself. It's been too
It's
long
like,
since I watched the
it
early
literally
episodes.
like, flattened his face. Like, jeez. How do you survive that?
Yeah. That thing's made out. I'm willing to bet that thing's made out of like hard metal, not.
Yeah, Pokeballs are made of, like, I think stainless steel is what makes the most sense to me.
Never thought about that.
Yeah. Makes you wonder how they're so light sometimes.
Actually.
Yeah.
Question is like the standard poke. It makes you actually wonder about like individual Pokeball weight. Like, what if different materials are used for the different types of balls, like the Great Ball, Ultra Ball, the Luxury Ball, the Net Ball. What's it?
Yeah.
Or like, I forgot the name of it. Heal Ball. That's it. Like the Heal Ball.
Yeah.
It heals the Pokemon right away that when you catch it out of the wild, and I believe it also like increases friendship level instantly. Because it's like.
Oh.
I think.
That's nice, actually.
I think. I could be wrong. Anyways. So yeah.
We got off topic.
That's pretty common, but I don't have a problem. Yeah. Ash and Go, they learn from Professor. Yeah. Ash and Go, they learn from Professor Cerise of the Galar region, which is what we expected to see a lot from this series from, and we do to a degree, but we'll touch on that later. So yeah, Ash and Go visit the Galar region for the first time and end up in Winden, the 8th city in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And yeah, there's a lot of life in it, as you can tell. Like, it looks very, very much like the towns you see in like the smaller areas of the game, but just like more expanded. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. Galar generally looks like a good place. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I were in Pokemon World, I would want to live there 100%.
For sure. And these
I'm more of a Alolan guy, if you ask me. Sorry.
That's true.
I would live in
Makes
Alola.
sense.
I love tropical areas. It's so nice.
I don't know. I just personally like the culture of Galar with the cheering and the battles. So good. Love it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Ash and Go are on the way to the wild area, and they get their tickets to there and figure out that, oh, it's still going to be quite a long time. So they just go touring around the cities, and Ash is like, yeah, what's that yummy tasting sweet smelling stuff?
Because of course.
What?
Because of course.
Like,
hold on. He's like a bloodhound, but with food.
That description, holy
Are you
crap.
talking about Ash or about me?
Ash.
Because I don't see a difference.
Like, I guess you learn something every day.
Yeah, and he's like practically yelling at the guy, and goes like, yeah, those are scones. He's like still giving Ash that look. It's like, you absolute weirdo. You're like, Ash is like yelling at this man. It's like, I want this stuff. Give me that sweet smelling. Forgot the name. Yeah. And just like, wow. I'll never be able to get over that. It's like, holy cow, that is exactly like a 12-year-old. But like, props to like actually giving the feel of it. Like, I cringe at it. Not gonna lie, probably because I'm older. Yeah. I can't. I genuinely can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna point out later when we review it.
Yeah.
Cringe.
So cringe. See, Ashley goes. They start eating some scones, and then all of a sudden, a pebble flies into a trash can, and they're like, What's going on?" Ashley's like, "What's going on, Pikachu?" And it's like, "Oh, yeah, it's a thing." And they look. They notice another one flies in. They look back. Like, I don't know why you would look back when it was in front of you. Probably because it came from the back. I don't know. I don't care. And they see a brown covered figure, which looks like a rabbit. And we're not giving context. We know we.
I wonder who that is.
For those who played the game, we know exactly who it is. And yeah, apparently this thing is with a pack of Nickit because the Nickit steal the scones. And yeah, Ash is quite furious. He's livid, man. He's livid. He's like, "Give me that fruit." I'm like, jeez, okay. Like, I wouldn't get that worked up over food, but okay. Yeah, the Nickit go through a bunch of alleyways. Go, and Ash is like, "All right, split up. Let's try the corner of this thing. Go chase after the brown figure." And Ash chases after the Nickits because the Nickit got the backpack. And along the way, I think they switch, but it could be wrong. And they end up in this plaza area where they have a brief battle. Yeah. Well, after they assess the Pokédex, which there's no entry. Yeah, there's no entry, so there's like a design flaw. Bit of a design flaw in the Pokédex because, like, okay, at least it you could probably recognize shape over color. It's like we know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
We know exactly who it is, and like people who played the game are gonna know. And it's like, oh my gosh, if so, are we gonna assume that a Pokédex camera is colorblind, and it has like
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt, but like I
No.
just had to point this out. But like, if a Pokédex camera can't recognize color, how would that explain shiny Pokemon?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's-
just feel like that was a bit inconsistent.
Yeah, it only really registers color after the Pokemon is caught. I'm like, okay, how do you do that? Or like Pokeballs like connected through Bluetooth? Are Pokeballs connected through Bluetooth or something?
That's what I always thought. Something like that.
Because it registers like the actual information after it's caught, whereas if it just sees the regular Pokemon with like no well like thing covering it, it just gives us full picture and good amount of information. I was like, okay, you gave us a basic, but not even the games give us a basic overview until you catch it. Like, a bit of an inconsistency, but that's also a nitpick. They've done that for the entire series of Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's mostly for gameplay mechanics' sake.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to
Yeah.
the fact that Pokeballs are connected via Bluetooth. I'm just gonna leave it there. So yeah, that is my one filler tool. They fight this Pokemon after Ash is like, "I want to catch this unknown species," and gets worked up about the scones again and just goes headfirst into battle. Like,
I
okay,
know. He goes from being like, "Oh, they're so cute, he's sharing. Give it back to me."
yeah. He's like, "Those are
We
mine."
were just talking about sharing, and that's the right thing to do, and then all of a sudden you don't share. I don't know. He really contradicted himself there, didn't he?
Weird inconsistency. Yeah. After that, they battled the thing and they learn. Apparently, the shop owner was chasing them because I think that's like kind of revealed later and goes like, I'm sorry, this is my Pokemon." Like, just makes up a total fib, and the shop owner sees right through it because he knows exactly what it is. Like, oh, that thing. Well, that's a score bunny. And then they finally get some information out of the Pokedex. Okay, bit late, but
So it's a score bunny, aka the best starter Pokemon ever.
let's go.
Seriously though,
Yeah.
he's so cute in this episode. I'll touch on that more later, but seriously, he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
His voice is also pretty
His
cute.
voice.
He's like,
I know the Japanese one especially. Oh my god, it's so heart melting.
it
That's
is
what got me into the whole evolution line in the first place. Is seeing like Score Bunny in the anime in video clips, and it was just too cute for me
right.
not to immediately love him.
I actually I'm not sure if I mentioned this before. I probably have, but you know my memory is terrible. But like, I actually part of the reason why I actually got around to getting a Build-A-Bear Score Bunny was because of this episode. I needed to happen.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So we get the owner tells him about the Score Bunny, how he formed a pact with the Nicket, because like these Nicket, they're just trying to survive. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
And you should let them, because Nicket is cute.
Nicket is pretty cute. He's actually one of the first Pokemon I caught in Sword and Shield, because I'm like, oh, this is a cute character.
Hey, you know what? You know what? That's the same with me. Fluffy, my Thievul, is the first Pokemon I ever caught when he was a Nicket.
I prefer Nicket over Thievul, though.
I like Thievul. I like them both. And I don't like him, but I love Thievul, and I will not, and no one will change my opinion.
Thievul just looked weird to me. It has a mustache.
They're actually whiskers that resemble a mustache, but you know what? Let me have my mustache, Fox, and leave me alone.
Interesting way to put it. Interesting. And
I'm just joking.
Nah, you're good. Nah, you're good. Yeah, they're just trying to survive. Scorbunny is just being their fearless leader, and goes like, hey, you know, you're a cool Pokemon. You can do all the kicks and stuff. It's a huge wide world. You can do whatever you want. Like, he's just being encouraging. And, like, Scorbunny is like, hi. It's like a bit inspired. Like, kind of a bit of an inconsistency because, like, you know that Pokemon can sometimes understand English, or at least language, should I say. They understand language, and then sometimes they just don't. A bit of inconsistency.
Yeah.
Again, nitpick.
I think it depends on how smart the Pokemon is.
Yeah.
That could be. I guess that you can count Slowpoke out of that.
Yeah, Slowpoke is stupid, so.
Just straight up, let's admit. Oh yeah, Slowpoke. Well, he's stupid. Just straight up, straight up admit
like
it.
not in the way that I don't like him, and saying that he, in brain wise, there's not much thought behind those eyes.
It just dots. Hey,
Dead shark eyes.
dead shark. Yeah, and then after that, Ash and Go. I think it was Go. He realizes that, like, oh shoot, we're about to be late for the train. So they run off, and then Nick gets like, you know, you should go with them. We can handle our own. And then they just like kick a can into a trash can. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a bit cute. And then Nick get doing their own thing.
Yeah. They're imitating Scorbunny, which is so cute.
They've learned.
They've learned. Dangerous. Interesting that their hind paws are like shaped like boots. Cute detail.
Yeah, that's really cute. I think it's just like fur that's like puffing out that looks like boots, but I think it's cute. So they're the little thieves, so.
Little thievels. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And yeah, Ash and Go rush onto the train, and then Scorbunny also just Scorbunny is just carried onto the train, and they just straight up carry Scorbunny to the train station. I was like, it's like, yeah, you're going. It's like, come on, boys, let's carry this one. Because like if you remember, like Scorbunny is like extremely hesitant. He's like, no, I want to stay with you guys. And then Nick is just like, well, too bad. Yeet. Yeah, that's kind of literally what happens.
Yeah, they picked him up with their tails.
Yeah. And that's where the episode leaves off. The main protagonists are heading to the wild area after that. And that the episode just cuts off there. Good stopping point because you came to a resolution. Thoughts?
Okay, I have quite a few thoughts about this. First of all,
Go crazy.
Pokemon interactions are adorable.
Super
Nickets are adorable. The Scorbunny is insanely cute, and he's really funny too. Like Scorbunny kind of like taunting Pikachu in the battle was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then poor Ash getting kicked.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to
It's
mention.
funny.
I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Scorbunny ain't afraid to get hands on with humans.
Yeah.
Or should I say?
That's also
feeds
what I
them.
like about him.
He got spunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kicked Ash right in the bottom. Poor guy.
Why'd you do
Yeah,
that? It's something like that. I can't imitate it.
Yeah. I say the thing I didn't like though is Ash like acting like I'm a complete buffoon.
It's cringe.
Yeah, it's like I can't help but cringe, especially when my little brother turns on Pokemon like that episode on TV for everyone to see, and there's just Ash being an absolute embarrassment.
What is this character?
Hard to believe. It's kind of crazy to believe that he's now in the Masters 8 when he used to act like this.
Seriously though.
That's like every series though. He acts like a complete buffoon at first, but then he's like slightly matured near the end. And then the reset
know,
button
but-
is slapped.
I
Yeah.
know, but like it's still funny to look back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy of all people is about to be the world champion of Pokemon.
And
So,
he will call scones sweet smelling creamy stuff.
yeah.
Real
And then
mature.
and then act like he is looking at like something insanely important. When really it's just a dessert. Calm down, Ash. Calm down.
Calm down.
I know I'm a foodie, but like I'm not the kind of person to overreact that much.
Yeah.
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 I felt the embarrassment.
Yeah.
This character.
Poor Go, he has to sit through all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like. The rest of it I really liked, honestly.
It was
You
very
can say
good.
how Scorbunny is a mischievous but kind Pokemon, and I guess the main pro about this episode is just Scorbunny and
Mhm.
Nickit.
Scorbunny was the MVP for this episode of Fight Me.
Exactly.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
he was the focus. He was the focus.
Right. That's true. That's true. It's like bold claim though. Fight me. This man Mennonite.
Nope, I'm not fighting you because I agree.
Yeah. I won't. Okay. Ratings. Go.
10 out of 10.
That's what I thought. Martin.
9.5 out of 10.
Oh.
I'm saving the 10 for 48.
There's nothing wrong with using a 10.
I know, but like, yeah. I'm only reducting half a point because of Ash. You know.
Yeah.
Pretty much my.
I mean,
That's pretty much my
sure, it was
complaint as
annoying,
well.
but that's only a little bit of annoyance compared to the adorableness.
9.5.
fluffiness
9.5
we're
still
about to
really
see.
high.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
9 for me because like just straight up 9 for me because like the Ash one was like both the brushing the teeth and the teeth brushing and the like sweet smelling comes. I will never get over that. Smelling tasty, creamy stuff. Why?
It's like Ash, just shut up and move on. That's enough.
Yeah.
Stop screaming over food.
It's just Ash in this episode unless I otherwise I would just give it 10 out of 10. But this is early. It's foundation. It's foundations.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Same.
I guess for me that actually is a 9 because I feel like the next episode is even better.
There you
Scorbunny stuff.
go. We're on the same page now.
Also, before we move on, I'm just gonna point out probably the best moment in this episode. It was when Go literally went out of his way to protect Scorbunny when, you know.
True.
Yeah, that was good.
Heroic.
That's definitely good.
It
Right.
made my heart melt.
Very
Yeah,
good,
same
very
here. Good that he's protecting that little innocent little guy.
good. Right then. And last one for tonight, I think we do have time. Episode 5, Mind-Boggling Dynamax. So we start out with Ashton go on the train and Scorbunny cleans up all the mud on him. Like it was dried mud, like the brown cover. It was just dried mud. So we get to actually see his, like, pun not intended, true colors.
Yeah, I liked that actually. That was a nice pun intended there.
Both
Continue.
figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
That's a terrible joke. Anyway, so go. Scorbunny's just trying to find Ash and Go. He's like searching through a bunch of cabins. He finds a bumblebee and one of them eating carrots. So I'm like, okay, we'll play a little stereotype. And then eventually gets to Ash and Go's logger. I forgot the name. He gets to their room and they're not there. So he's got to go looking for them. And it turns out they're in the dining room and Ash is doing typical Ash things by commenting on bread being hard and drinking soup straight from the tray. I'm like, why?
So like, dude, just stop.
Be
Stop
civil.
eating like a slob
Yeah.
and just
Go,
talk about something else.
yeah, and Scorbunny's just trying to get their attention. And Go's also just like Ash, be civil, please. And then Ash is like, oh, but you should totally slurp the soup. It's so good. And Go's like, ugh, whatever. Then that was good. I'm like, I don't know. Well, that's pretty much Go's downfall, in my opinion, starts here. Starts here because
Yep.
he got into an ash mood. I'm like, why? Like, I can't get over it. Yeah, Scorpion tries to get attention by apparently eating an orange berry and smacking it in the back of a waiter's head.
I didn't think he intended to do that. I think he intended to kick it like on the floor, and
Yeah.
then hit someone. And then he's like,
Yeah.
Well, he did do a
oh,
bicycle
sorry.
kick.
Hmm?
He did a bicycle kick, like backwards flip kick.
Yeah. Well, that's just Score Bunny being Score Bunny. He must kick any round object he sees.
That works for me. And then yeah, he gets super embarrassed by it, just like slowly walks off screen. It's like, yeah, nothing happened.
I totally didn't do that. I didn't do nothing.
Like, it's
Ignore
totally
that.
not my fault. How does anyone not notice a Score Bunny? First of all, like, I know he's like realistically a foot tall, 12 inches, but I'm like, how do you not notice that? Someone had to notice that. And that's a nitpick, though. Very, very nitpicky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah. Eventually, the duo arrive at the wild area, and Score Bunny apparently didn't set his alarm clock because he fell asleep and overslept as well.
I guess he's doing an ash move here.
He is doing an ash move, and he wakes up a little too late, and the train's already, it's gone. And Score Bunny tries to jump out, but then, whoops, tunnel's in the way. He can't jump out now. So he has to wait quite a while. And then, Score Bunny goes on his little old bizarre adventure.
Yeah.
And we
Oh
learn...
no, hold on.
Yeah, no problem. But oh man, this Score Bunny, like, he's interesting. Like, definitely like stands out as a character on his own. Like, you probably could make an episode devoted to this character only, and it'll probably do fine. Like, we've seen episodes where Pokemon themselves just take the spotlight, and it's fine. Aside from that one Sun and Moon episode where literally they replace all Pokemon with narration, that was really cringe. You remember that? It was like when Ash went missing.
I don't remember that at all.
It's better if you don't. It's real cringe.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that one.
It deserves to be forgotten. it was that bad. Getting off topic here. Let's get back on topic, shall we? So yeah, the Score Bunny goes on his own bizarre adventure. He runs on the tracks, start in a true Olympic runner fashion. Just straight up like gets in the sprinting ready pose from the Olympic Games, and off he goes, running through tunnels, going through hills, and he can swim, which is unusual.
I mean, I'm sure most Pokemon can swim, but not a Pokemon necessarily want to do it. But I mean, just like most animals can swim, it'd probably be the same for Pokemon. I'm just saying.
You could see Score Bunny's face just struggling as he's just like, like, I know you're a fire type, but woo.
He's not enjoying it at all, but you know.
He
has to do what he has to do to get to his potential trainer.
He is not. He's not having it. Yeah.
I can imagine him desperately kicking the water with his feet, trying to stay afloat. That's even though we only see his head. I can definitely see that with how they portrayed it.
Mm-hmm. And then, for the most part, what happens after that with Ash and Go is just filler until they get to the Snorlax, which they think it's the Dynamax, but it just turns out to be an extra large size Snorlax. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wonder if it'll jump for that berry. Score Bunny eventually gets there. He sees Go, gets all excited, and then he's trying to get their attention. Kicks a pebble at it, kind of just being furious. The Snorlax jumps, and then they finally notice Score Bunny. It allows for some good comedy, though. I welcome the comedy moments.
Yeah.
It's like good pace breaker. Then they get excited, and then whoa, what's going on? Red particles everywhere. Wait, Snorlax is starting to get bigger. Oh my gosh, he's getting so big. What the heck? He's a mountain. Oh, so this is Dynamax.
Wait, you missed out a lot of stuff.
I did?
You missed out about what they said when they were talking to Score Bunny.
Oh, that's like, you followed you followed us all the way here? Yeah.
And like Go broke the news to him.
Yeah.
That he wants to catch Mew, which is so mean.
Oh, that was
rude.
I know. I'll talk about it later, but that's so mean.
We'll get there. See, we get Gigantamax size Snorlax, which they think is Dynamax. They didn't know that's Gigantamax. It's revealed later. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
this thing is a mountain, and what's this? A train is on the way, and the Snorlax is directly covering the tracks, which, if not taken care of, could be fatal.
Yeah. For
So
pretty much everyone involved, so not good.
yeah, so everyone gets into fray. Ash is climbing the tree and having Pikachu using Iron Tail to get the berry down. Go's role was just, I think, just like support. He's just support, just like, yeah, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Well, he doesn't have Pokemon, so he really can't really do anything
Yeah.
until the berry gets near Snorlax's mouth, and he's like, "Come on, go, push, push, push. We gotta help these people." Then Scorbunny starts to take action as well because it's like, oh, he's trying to help. Like Scorbunny's on the sidelines for the majority of time until the very end, where he starts pushing the berry, and then that's where he learns. I wouldn't say he learns. That's when
Double kick.
yeah, double kick, smacks the berry into Snorlax's mouth. Well, whoops, he's taken with the berry.
Oh no.
Yeah, but at least Snorlax jumps like probably 100 feet in the air and moves from the train tracks, and the train stops just in time. So Snorlax Ex Machina or Scorbunny Ex Machina. We'll just leave it at that. I get nothing after jokes sometimes. What is wrong with me?
I didn't get the joke, sorry.
Okay, the joke is that, you ever heard like a Deus Ex Machina joke?
I
No.
understood that. Sorry,
No.
sorry, it took a moment to register in my mind at the point. If I laughed, it'd kind of be awkward.
Okay, so Deus Ex Machina is like, oh my gosh, climax, something really bad is about to happen, and then this one character like pretty much saves the entire population of those involved
Oh.
in the event. And Scorbunny is the hero of that, so Scorbunny Ex Machina.
Yep.
There's your context.
Yep, okay, there you go. Now, so the fluffy bunny himself has saved everyone.
Small fluffy bunny.
More reason to appreciate Scorbunny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we get to the resolution. Goes like, yeah, you know what? You're a pretty cool Pokemon. I'm gonna catch you instead of being that first Pokemon. It's like, best way to do it is a curveball. Zoom, flying towards Scorbunny. Oh my god, she's happy. And then, whoops! It does a curveball away. And so Scorbunny is like, I'm just gonna take care of myself. Kick, smack, catch, boom. Now he's part of the protagonist group. Lovely. And goes like, wait. So I got it. And the Pokedex is reacting. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's going full Ash here. He's going full Ash here.
I mean, who would? Honestly, though, who wouldn't if they just caught a Scorbunny?
Yes.
Fair. And just to the audience, I'm sorry if this sounds cringe, but like, this is his genuine reaction. I got kind of reenacted just to give an idea. This old man doing stuff. What is it? Oh no. Yeah, it goes like, you know what? Now I'm gonna start catching more Pokemon Pokedex because this is cool. It's pretty cool. Like, he's kind of that, like, he's the player. He's like the people that like to play the games just to fill out the Pokedex. It's like, it's good to have a character like that. Like,
Yeah.
we haven't really seen any characters like that before. Ash is like, I'm gonna be Pokemon Master, catch every Pokemon. Yeah, you've only caught like what, 40? Nowhere near close. No wonder this series is probably gonna run for literally forever. That's where we leave off. Thoughts, go.
Yeah. Amazing episode. So much cute Scorbunny stuff. Really good character development, in my opinion.
Okay.
For Scorbunny and Go and Ash. Some side notes. I thought it was cute. You didn't mention this, but at the end of the episode, I think Professor Reese saw Scorbunny for the first time.
Oh.
Yamper and Pikachu weren't paying attention to him when he was trying to show off.
I forgot about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
extreme cuteness. Extreme cuteness.
Yeah, so he got all angry. He got all angry about it, and then they go into sulk to his trainer, which is super cute.
Mm-hmm.
And let me think. I think that I had something I was gonna say. Why at the last minute do I forget things? Oh my god.
You want to be the first?
Huh?
You want to be the first because I just lose my train of thought whenever I make a joke.
Oh. I'll think about it, or I'll let Peri say his opinions, and I'll think about what I meant to say.
Alright then. But yeah, this is also a really solid episode. I loved the amount of character development Scorbunny went through.
Very good character.
Yes, there's a lot of cute moments I liked, but though that one scene where Go basically says no to Scorbunny's face was very cruel, and I can understand where some of the hate towards Go comes from. If you know what I mean. But yeah,
I do.
That's what I meant to say. Okay, that's what I was gonna bring up.
It's also you gotta give Go some credit. He literally gave up on his dream of catching Mew as his first Pokemon for Scorbunny.
I mean, yeah, at least he did in the end.
Yeah. Also,
and give this Bunny the love he deserves.
Also, just that last the last few moments of the episode where Yamper and Pikachu weren't paying attention to Scorbunny, and he just goes over and hugs Go's leg.
Yeah,
that was
so cute.
Scorbunny was just like throwing a fit. He's like, "Oh, come on, notice me."
I mean, he is a young Pokemon, so he's basically having a tantrum.
Good point.
It's cute though.
Right.
But yeah, I agree with you. That was super cool. That's what I was trying to say that I didn't remember. How could you say no to a Pokemon that traveled all this way specifically to be a trainer, to be your Pokemon, and just like you say no to that? Come on, that's not cool.
I mean, Go did admit he's flattered that Scorbunny did all that, but just to be rejected, that's cold. And, even during the episodes, Scorbunny's like, "Oh, well, okay, bye."
Yeah, he accepted it. Scorbunny didn't force anything; he just accepted it and tried to walk off. But then Go, said, "You know what? Never mind. You're pretty cool. Come along."
Yeah, I think it's because Ash talks him into it, sort of.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I think it's Ash. I think it's because Ash sort of tells Go, kind of talks him into it. It's like, how could you do that? Kind of cold.
Yeah.
Go for the most part knows nothing about. I'm not.
You keep interrupting Peri.
Stop. Okay, yeah, go.
Wait, me or
yes, you.
Alright. I was also gonna say I felt that it was somewhat realistic because when you're super inclined to chasing one dream, you're bound to unintentionally hurt some people along the way without realizing it. So, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's accept it.
Good point. It's bound to happen.
Yeah, and I should save my thoughts until the end because I just chip in my thoughts during the episode, during the plot overview. That's not correct. I need to think through this more. Didn't have a lot of time today to actually prepare. I just had a really busy weekend. Life of a college student. Yeah, that's where we're going to leave off today. After I almost forgot the ratings. The ratings go.
10 out of 10 for sure. This is a 10 out of 10 right here.
There you go.
9.8.
Uh-oh. 0.2 points.
He's waiting for his favorite episode, which we all know which one it is.
48.
It's all of our favorite episode.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure our audience knows too.
Yeah. Feel free to comment your thoughts on all these episodes. Your little nitpicks, all your Ash is kind of stupid here moments. That is a joke. And
yeah. And comment down below your favorite episode of all.
Yeah.
Out of these 5 particularly, yes. We are going to leave off today. For the most part, we can agree that kind of a rocky start, but once Scorbunny jumped in, it's just oh yeah, that's good now. That's good episode.
It's probably our bias talking, but seriously though,
maybe I should be more voice actor.
We can't just not talk about it.
Right.
I'm gonna be blunt here. I'm incredibly biased, and part of the reason why I actually got into Journeys in the first place was, you guessed it,
Yep.
Yep, same here. Same here.
Yeah.
I have like a kind of a cute story, I guess.
Go for
I
it.
kind of just discovered a score bunny in the anime, like I think a day before my birthday or a day after my birthday, and I just thought it was legitimately one of the cutest things I'd ever seen, because I was seeing this with the Japanese dub clips on YouTube.
Okay.
His Japanese voice is so cute,
No
Mhm.
comment. It is very good.
Both-
and
I guess
the same
Well,
day I planned
I'm
on
sorry.
my collection getting a score bunny plush for my Pokemon collection because he was my favorite Japanese starter at the time and still is, and.
Mhm.
It just happened the day I discovered how adorable he was. It was when I was getting the plushie. So I was super hyped.
Mm-hmm.
Went to GameStop, got the plushie, hugged it immediately. I was so happy.
Oh.
Corbunny is just very cuddly. Believe me.
Yes.
True. Very true.
Yes, I know by experience. Go to their school many.
No.
Yeah. I have the Pokemon Center one.
That's all right. No.
Yeah.
I
I like it just as much though. It's really soft.
Yeah.
I still I still need to find that. I've never gotten the Pokemon Center plushie. I need it. I need it.
Yeah. Hopefully you can find one.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it. It's like 5 years into they're like
Yeah,
3, 4, 5 years into this now.
it's true. Geez, it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Wait, did you say
Wow.
4 or 5 years?
4 to 5 years since this anime debuted or like the game released. It is not. That is
I thought
not.
it was like 3 years.
I thought it was 2 years. Where did all the time go?
The game was released in like 2018 or 2019.
It was 2019, like the end of 2019, I
Uh,
think. Yeah,
oh,
it
okay,
was.
so like about 3 years then.
I remember it vividly. Yeah, it was 3 years. I remember vividly. I think a month after the game came out, around Christmas time when we were kind of just like getting the presents from our parents, I recommended, hey, we should get a Switch because it'd be a good device for us all. Got the Switch. We went to Target and got Pokemon Shield, and I remember vividly it was around Christmas time that year. So, and I got it like the year of release.
Yeah.
That day is a very important day, I guess. I would not have met any of you. I would have not had a channel, and I'd probably just be not really knowing what I'd be doing. So,
Bravissimo.
very important day that was.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, full disclaimer before we close for the night. Again, we're just Pokemon fans, like just gushing about a series we love. All original concepts belong to Show Pro. We don't own any of the footage. We don't own the ideas. Pokemon is representative of Nintendo and Pokemon Company International. Just want to, just throw that out there. Stay on friendly terms because I don't want to go through the Show Pro stuff again. It was rough.
Oh yeah, I remember that. A lot of channels got taken down because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't vent about it because it's been addressed. It's been beaten. It's been beaten to death. It's been addressed so many times.
Yeah.
I don't need to really get into it.
Yeah, it's not really worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is where we're going to leave off. At last, Martyn, Pyro, thank you for joining me for this series. Looking forward to doing the rest with you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, no
I've been having
problem.
a lot
It
of
was
fun with
really
the series
fun.
too.
Yeah.
Hmm. Same here.
The plan for next time is to look at episodes 6 through 10. So, yeah, both you guys can do that on your own time, and viewers or listeners, I should say. Yeah, listeners, be sure to watch those, rewatch those if you haven't, or just watch for the first time. Form some thoughts. Tell us what you think when we put that video up, and tell us what you think of these episodes. Really good stuff. And yeah, that will conclude episode 7. Episode 7, I think. Right? Could be wrong.
Was it? Either episode 7 or 8?
It's 7 or 8. Oh no, it's 7. It's 7.
Okay.
That's the Scarlet Violet updates for episode 6. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, we're leaving off before I get carried away. So take care, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode of Cinder News Network. Take care. Bye.
Thank you all.